Hey, aloha, this is Khalil with Sales Story Ninja Radio. And the question I have for you today is how do you sell somebody a vacation who doesn't want to go? Check it out.
Aloha! Follow me as I share with you what I learned back on the sales line. I'm Khalil McCabe, and this is Sales Story Ninja.
Hey, what up? It's Khalil with Sales Story Ninja Radio. And today I'm going to be actually taking you guys back to a Facebook Live that I did the other day. And I'm going to be talking about what to do when your customer says they don't want to go and what things you might have missed. When people saying they don't go on vacations, they're giving you a lot of BS. So the question is, how do you get them to open up? What words do you have to say, and how do you change their thought process so they do want to go on vacations? Because if that's what you sell, that's what you got to sell. So, anyway, take a look at my what's it called? My Facebook Live that I did, and I will check you guys out in a little bit. Oh, and please do like this, comment, and subscribe below, and that'd be awesome. See you on the inside. Aloha. Hey, what up? It's Khalil with Sales Story Ninja, and here I am. Today, I'm going to talk about the objection of, I'm sorry, we just might not go. I'm sorry, we just might not go. The funny part is, first of all, again, it's Khalil, and I'm just talking about different objections that I know people face, and a lot of my reps have faced, and that need of, I just don't go, right? That lack of a travel commitment, lack of vacation commitment, right? And that objection comes up a little bit too often, a little bit more than I'd like to see it. But I think a lot of people have to remember that, are we still selling vacations? Are we still selling vacations? Because if we're still selling vacations, then we're missing the point, right? One of the things I talk about here is it's a story, right? And the question is, when somebody gives you that objection, what is the story in their mind? What is it that they're thinking, right, in their mind? And when somebody tells you, I'm not going to go, there's a couple of things. One, their wall's up. Two, they may not actually go on what they perceive as vacation, right? They may not be able to have those thoughts in their head. So the question is, why do they give you that objection, right? Why is it that they give you that objection? They give you that objection because if they know that they can't see themselves using it, they don't see value. And so that objection, when it does come up, I want you guys to understand it's not about not having a true vacation commitment. It's that we didn't dig enough to find out their story. When somebody's telling you they can't use your product, what it is you haven't been able to take what they want in life and what you have and join them together and connect them. What it is that you lack the ability to connect what they value and how your product can get it to them. And that's where a lack of a good discovery comes in for those in the timeshare industry. When people are telling you that they're not going to use it and they're on vacation, they're sitting in front of you. I'm blessed to work out of Hawaii, and they're sitting there and people come in, they're like, oh, we're not going to use it. We don't vacation. And I'm like, dude, where are we right now? We're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. You're not vacationing out here, right? We are. And I think a lot of times when people are sitting in front of you, now you do have people that are drive-to guests, and we get locals coming in all the time. And the question is, why not? Why haven't you gone on vacation? Hey, we don't vacation much. Great, why not? What is it that where would you want to go? If you did vacation, where would you go? And it's getting them to be able to share with you what it is they want. And what you're looking for isn't where they want a vacation and what kind of things they want. The question is why. Why do they want a vacation? Right? Why do they want to spend that time? Why do they want to connect? Because it's that story that you're looking for, that why in them, that's going to allow them to continue to grow and develop. And then as you start planting that seed with what's stopping you, what's the thing that's stopping you? It's always going to be money. Well, not always, but for the most part, it's money. Sometimes they say time. And then you ask them about the time that they have now, right? So the question is, how do we get somebody, and what I want to share about today, and I think this deals with a lot of the objections, is how do we get somebody who's saying they don't go on vacation to talk about something enough so they're willing to take vacations for this. And I think I shared this story last time. I remember for me, I have another story about this that I'll share. I remember for me, when I was a newer rep, I was just trying to figure things out, and I realized that I had a customer that we sat there and we talked and we talked and we talked and we talked and we talked, and all we did was talk about her life. And for me, I have a special needs child, and she had one too. And for us, we were just talking, we were chatting, and we were just going back and forth, just talking about life and what life would be amazing to be like if we, not if we didn't have our child, because we definitely want our child, but what life could be, what we want it to be, how it could be better. And we started to have this conversation. We started to build in a lot of that hope for gain, hope for gain, hope for gain, getting her to open up. And then I came back with the question that I talk about all the time. Well, what's stopping you? What's keeping you from being able to live that? And she goes, money. And I asked, like, how much is it worth to be able to do that? If you could do that, what would that be worth to you? How would that feel? How would that change you? A lot of the questions I ask, a lot of the things that I do is you have to be able to get them to open themselves up. You have to get them to share with you their story. Because until you know their story, what their hopes and dreams are, what they want, their desires, but most of all, what it takes for them to get to where they want, what obstacles they have, what false beliefs they have that keep them from getting to their story, getting from them what they want. Until you understand their story, you can't present your product in a way that serves them to build value on them, right? If you're still sitting there saying, well, you should vacation, you should vacation, you should vacation, you're missing the whole point. I remember this lady that we just talked, and it's not. And as we talked, the question was, what's the biggest thing keeping you? And she said, it's the money, Khalil. It's the money. And I said, well, if vacations, I snapped my finger and vacations were half the price, would you go twice as much? She goes, absolutely, I'd go twice as much. I said, if it was a third the cost, would you go 3 times? And I'm not, all I want to do is get in her mind. The only thing stopping her is cost. So when I got to the other parts, when I got to the rest of the presentation, she couldn't tell me it wasn't about the vacation. Right? It wasn't about the time. It was about the fact that she hasn't been giving herself permission because she always felt she couldn't afford it. And that's the biggest thing when we're talking about how to deal with customers in that way, is we want to make sure that they're understanding that when they say they can't use our product, it's not that they can't use it, it's that they can't perceive themselves using it. So that's why you have to build that hope for gain, for them to start dreaming in, building in, taking in how they're going to start using it if they had it, and figure out the objection. What's the thing stopping you from living that life? What's the thing holding you back? If you could change anything, what would it be? Those are the types of questions so you can figure out their story and what their obstacles are. And you need to share your stories about other people in the same situation, having the same obstacles and the same problems, and you have to walk them through that story. The only way that you're going to be able to go ahead and overcome that objection is to go ahead and get them to live that story in their head and live them starting to dream what it's like if they had the things that they want. As you continue to ask questions, right? There's a quick technique that I use, which is super simple, but it's a simple mirroring technique that I use. And whenever somebody asks me something, or tells me something, I respond back with the exact same words they said. For instance, hey, welcome to Hawaii. You come often? Do you vacation often? They're like, oh, we don't vacation much. You don't vacation much? What do you mean by that? Well, it's the first vacation we've taken in 5 years. 5 years? Wow. Like, how does that make you feel? Oh, man, it's all right. We're a little bit, we got so many things going on. What kind of stuff you guys got going on? Share with me, right? And getting them to find out their story. And as they continue to do that, as they continue to open up, the more you mirror them, the more you, in hypnosis terms, it's called pacing. The more you pace them, the more trusting they're going to get. That connection is going to be there faster because you're like them and you're starting to use the exact same words. Now, if they say fantastic, don't say superb. If they say happy, don't say feels good. When they say happy, you say happy. When they say excited, use the word excited. Don't say fantastic where they say great. Does that make sense? And as you continue to do that, as you continue to reach out, as you continue to find out more about their story, you're going to find their story, for the most part, is the fact that people want more. People are willing to have more. And as you continue doing your discovery, you find out that you're able to find out that people are sitting there going, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want a vacation, I want a vacation, I want a vacation, I want a vacation. But what's the thing holding you back? And the thing holding you back is whatever it is. Once you get that story, that's how you build your product around resolving that, right? For instance, if somebody's saying, let's say you're selling a workout product. Let's take a different industry because we do timeshare a lot. Let's say workout product. Hey, what are you looking to get out of this? About working out. Hey, I want to go ahead and I want to lose weight. I said, why? Why do you want to lose weight? Well, I want to look good. Okay, what does looking good give you? Well, it gives me confidence. Okay, so you want confidence. What's keeping you from, aside from losing weight, what's keeping you from having the confidence right now? And they're going to share some things with you. And then you go, okay, so how or what's kept you from doing exercise, since you think that's a thing, since losing weight and weight loss is the thing you want? What is it that's keeping you from having that, you know? And what's keeping you from doing that and take action on that and moving for that? Well, it's the money, it's the time, it's the inability to commit, whatever it is, right? And then you build your product, you build your program, you reframe exactly what you have as a tool to give him or her, whoever your customer is, that commitment, that time. When they say they don't see themselves using your program or they can't use this, what they're telling you is that you haven't found out what they want and connected your product to that. You haven't found out what they want, in life, and connected your product to that and show them how your product takes away all the pain they're feeling at that moment, right? And how your product takes away all that pain they're feeling at that moment. So, you know, I know this is kind of long and kind of long-winded and not real super clear, but hey, what's up? Thanks for the like. But I hope it makes a ton of sense, because every time we go out, every time we talk to somebody, anytime somebody, it doesn't matter the product. Again, you'll notice a lot of the stuff I'm talking about has nothing to do with the product you sell. I just happen to sell timeshare, right? I just happen to be a timeshare sales trainer, but it has nothing to do with the product. The product is just the conduit to service the people. And your job is to find out what about your customers that they want in life and what's their biggest hurdle to get there. And you got to show them how your product serves them to get to that purpose without dealing with the headaches that they're dealing with. So, again, this is Kaleo. On Saturday, I don't know the exact time yet. I'll probably stay live to figure out the exact time. But on Friday, I'm going to do a kind of a deep dive training on discovery. Unless you got other topics you guys want to talk about, but just really how to do a discovery, how to do an information confirmation. So if it's something you want, go ahead and mention a comment below if there's a specific topic you want to do. But on this Saturday, I don't know what time it is, but I'm going to be going ahead and doing that. So join me. I'd love to answer your questions. And yeah, it's Kaleo. Aloha. Have an awesome day.